Hello, my name is Forte, that is Forte, also known as Instructor Forte, and sometimes you can call me Green Sunshine. I serve as the Chief Joy Officer and Project Manager at the Birmingham Education Foundation. So today what I decided to do was make an informal training video about Expensify and capture a few highlights. The word that we will focus on today is actually CREST, C-R-E-S-T. We love Expensify at the Birmingham Education Foundation. I started in 2014. We started to explore this system in 2015. Now, when I started in 2014, there were two other people that worked there. So I started to look at this system initially in 2015. And as the organization grew larger in 2017, we actually rolled Expensify out in the summer. So in the past, we used to actually use manual packages to get vendors paid, to get checks, to keep up with credit card receipts. But in 2017 in July, all of this changed. So the first thing, number one about Expensify, the C, is for check requests. I ask that you turn this in 30 days in advance if possible to get your vendors paid. When you are completing your Expensify submissions, please make sure that you actually select the correct category. That might be something such as books or food or information technology. And make sure that you actually select the correct class which is used in your program. So that C is for check requests. That is how you can get your vendors actually paid. And we ask that you submit that 30 days in advance. And make sure that you actually submit that to your supervisor and you courtesy copy me. The R is for reimbursement. That is what Expensify was actually designed to do, is to make sure that employees and contractors get their money back really, really fast. So make sure that you're submitting your reimbursements in a timely fashion. We ask that you complete those within 60 days of your expense occurrence. There are some features embedded in Expensify like scan receipt. That means all you have to do is scan the receipt and Expensify does all the legwork for you. You can also email your receipts via Expensify if you sign up for that feature in your account. Please make sure that when you submit those, you send it to your supervisor and you courtesy copy Forte, okay? Remember, 60 days. And as we near the end of the fiscal year, which is June 30th, all your expenses actually need to be submitted because we're getting ready to go into the next fiscal year that starts July 1st. The next thing would be for your expenses, the E. A lot of times you utilize the credit card. Please make sure that you are actually uploading your credit card receipts on a weekly basis. You're going to get a reminder email from me on every Tuesday or either Monday to say submit your credit card receipts for the prior week. So really on Tuesdays, if you've used that credit card within the past week, make sure that you're uploading it. And that makes my life a lot easier and it's great for the organization and it keeps us on track with the audit. And then it helps me monitor to make sure that we don't have any unauthorized charges, okay? So great. So moving right along, remember the C was for check requests 30 days in advance. That's how we get your vendors paid. The R is for your reimbursement. Let's try to turn those around within 60 days. After 60 days, we don't actually have to reimburse you, okay? It's at the authorization and discretion of the executive director. And the E is for your expenses dealing with your credit cards. Please make sure that you actually do what? Submit those on Tuesday and within 1 week, okay? All right. The next thing, with your submissions. Yes, with your submissions. Please make sure when you send those to your supervisor, whoever your supervisor is, and you courtesy copy me. All right? If you send it directly to me, your supervisor is not able to approve it. So make sure when you actually submit it that it goes to your supervisor and then you courtesy copy me. All right? Do not send anything straight to the executive director unless you actually report to him, okay? Please do not do that. Doesn't work like that in our inbox system, all right? Okay, the next thing is telephone. You have a flat rate for your telephone and data stipend. So please make sure it is automatically approved When you submit that, try to do it around the first of the month. I send out a reminder for the first Tuesday of every month. So make sure that you go ahead and you get that telephone submission created and submit it to me. Now for your telephone, since we have a blanket approval process, you can send it directly to me. You do not have to send it to your supervisor. You can send it directly to Forte. Telephone, directly to Forte, and I'll go ahead and get that approved. When you submit that telephone expense, it moves a lot faster if you actually only put that one expense on there and it comes to me and I can go ahead and get you approved. Another thing that I would like to do this year is to make sure that we're having more projections. That means every 2 weeks you sit down and you look at what upcoming expenses you actually have. And that keeps us on track in the event that someone is out of the office or someone is sick or not feeling good, that you've actually looked and said, hey, Forte, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be adding this person to payroll, or we're going to need stipends for this person. That is really helpful if you sit down and you project, and we are being proactive and not reactive, okay? So that is very helpful, those bi-weekly projections. Guess what? You get those email reminders every 2 weeks, and guess what? I'm not going to stop sending them. So please make sure that you actually reply back to me. This actually helps us forecast, and that is a great idea.